and this is Family Magic Weekly. If YouTube channels about Disney World were cuts of beef, we would be the ribeye.
Why the ribeye?
It's the most flavorful of all the cuts.
Oh. Okay.
It's got the best marbling. It's better with the bone in. Get your mind out of the gutter.
So this week we are going to be talking some more about Fast Pass selections, and this time we'll be focusing on Hollywood Studios. We picked Hollywood Studios next because, just like Epcot, it has the tiered system where it's got an A column and B column, and you pick one from column A and two from column B. So we have not shared what we would pick with each other, but we're going to start off with...
We're going to go with column A, and just so you know, for column A, the selections for attractions as of right now are Beauty and the Beast live on stage, The Great Movie Ride, Fantasmic, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Toy Story Midway Mania. Now, it's column A, and you select one from this column. And Amanda, what is your column A selection?
All right, so my column A selection is Toy Story Midway Mania. Before I explain, do you want to say what yours is?
Mine also is.
Okay.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It is, but...
Okay, so it is my choice for quite a few reasons. One being that it is a ride that anyone in the family can go on. Many people would think maybe Rock and Roller Coaster. It is not a ride for small children. You have to be 40 inches tall to ride it. So
4 feet tall.
4 feet.
Yeah, you have to be 4 feet tall to ride it.
4 feet tall to ride it. So you are not... Like, Chris and I would not be able to ride it together anyway unless we had someone with our children, which doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
So it has a single rider line, and that's usually where we opt to go. If Chris is riding it, we tend to go in through the gift shop and wait at the exit for him to come off. I wouldn't choose Fantasmic because usually when we want to see Fantasmic, we do the dining package, which gets you...
That's right. If you go to Brown Derby, you get Fantasmic, early admittance into Fantasmic, and priority sort of special seating with your meal if you choose their dinner package. You know, that might not always be the case, but right now it is, and we usually go that route because we usually try to fit a meal, like an early dinner, in at Brown Derby if we're planning a later day at Hollywood Studios. You
can also do that dinner package at Mom or Melrose, and I believe one other place. But we've always been fond of the Brown Derby. Great Movie Ride. The lines kind of come and go, so you can just find a low point in the day.
It's kind of like the Spaceship Earth of Hollywood Studios. That line kind of fluctuates all the time. If this were Group B, I would absolutely pick Great Movie Ride as one of those. But because you can only pick one, because there can be only one, the Highlander of this list for us is Toy Story Midway Mania.
Now, since we've last been, they've added another track, and I've heard that the wait time has gone down substantially, but it still is, that's the ride in Hollywood Studios that even when the park was fully open with everything, people ran, and it was immediately a 2-hour wait. So that's definitely the one for us.
Now, on to Group B, the list of attractions that you have in Group B are Disney Junior Live on Stage, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration, Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, Muppet Vision 3D, Star Tours 2, The Adventure Continues, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Voyage of the Little Mermaid. For this one, my two selections are Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and I'm going to go with the Frozen sing-along for the other one, for kids.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Mine is the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, and Disney Junior Live on Stage.
Now, with these, this group there aren't really a lot of these. A lot of these rides don't always have particularly long lines. Even my selection, Tower of Terror, you can very often. What?
Depending on the time of year.
Yeah, I guess depending on the time of day, sometimes you can get a line as short as 20 minutes for Tower of Terror. And Tower of Terror seems to have a line that moves pretty fast too. Just I guess the amount of the riders per hour stat is pretty good for it. I love Star Tours. Star Tours never has a long line. Star Tours keeps people moving in and out pretty quickly. Muppet Vision, don't waste it on that. That's usually empty. Indiana Jones, you can usually get into pretty easily. We've never seen The Voyage of the Little Mermaid or the Frozen Sing-Along. I feel that, I don't know, depending on, I guess a lot of it depends on what your kid wants to see, but I went with the Frozen thing because Frozen attractions tend to get crowded because it's the hot new thing, and people seem to enjoy that sing-along, so for your kid's sake I went with that.
As far as capacity for a show, I think Disney Junior Live has one of the smaller ones, and
but I don't think we've ever done.
I believe that we have Fast Pass it before.
Oh, have we?
And we have like tried to run and catch it as the doors were closing, and they said that they were at capacity anyway. I was surprised at the length of the list, and I think that by looking at the list, it seems that they might be stretching a little to make Hollywood Studios appear to be
Seem
more.
like it has more attractions
Yeah.
than it does. Well, if you look at the list, so you have 3 rides right now with height restrictions. You have the Rock and Roller Coaster. You have Tower of Terror and Star Tours. They all have ride restrictions. Of these attractions, let's see, we have Great Movie Ride, Rock and Roller Coaster, Midway Mania, Star Tours, Tower of Terror. I mean, it's only 5 rides.
I think that list might be the whole park. Can you think of anything that's not?
No, there's One Man's Dream. It's like an exhibit. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now.
Yeah.
Very much a park in a state of atrophy. Granted, in a couple years they're going to have 4 more rides added to that. 4 very big, very popular rides. So imagine this whole tier system is going to be turned on its ear once the Star Wars Land and the Toy Story Land open.
Exciting stuff.
I'm looking forward to that park really rebounding with that stuff.
So if you are like us and you are fans of the park hopper option, I would definitely take a morning or the first half of the day to fast pass some rides at Hollywood Studios and hit them up. I wouldn't skip it even though there isn't a lot, because what is there is good. Mm-hmm. We very much like Hollywood Studios for a lot of reasons, and the rides aren't always those reasons. So what I've been telling people is Hollywood Studios alone is a reason for a park hopper, because I don't feel like there's enough there for a whole day, but there's enough there that I don't want to miss it. Yeah,
there may be a couple things you want to go back for. You might want to revisit. For instance, if you spend a morning at Hollywood Studios, you might find yourself in 2 or 3 days being like, oh, I really want to ride the Tower of Terror at night, and you just want to go there just for that purpose. See the Sunset Boulevard and see what the park's like at night. That's the park as you walk in to the right. Once you go back towards Star Tours at night, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a Disney park, I'd say it was dangerous.
We've hit Hollywood Studios prior to children at the kind of the sweet spot as far as low crowd season, and we've been able to get off of rides and right back on them with no wait, and some really popular ones at that. So they've got some of the best rides, even though they don't have a lot of them right now.
But again, this is our game. Again, I just want to reiterate, this is our game plan for fast passes when you do have little kids.
So what we usually do is we hit up Hollywood and Vine for the Disney Junior breakfast first thing in the morning before park opening. And then as you're finishing up, park is opening, you hit your fast passes, and then you've still got half of the day to go enjoy. For us, it's usually a walk over to Epcot because they are so close that you can just walk out of Hollywood Studios. There's about a 20-minute walk, beautiful walk, as long as you're not visiting in August. And then you just take the back entrance into Epcot. It's a good day for us.
Yeah. So that's our list. We'd like to know what you think. Feel free to comment. Tell us where we're wrong. Be hurtful in true YouTube fashion if you wish.
Don't be hurtful.
You don't have to be hurtful, but if you want to, you can. Free speech. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Family Magic WKLY. Follow us on Facebook, Family Magic Weekly. Instagram, Family Magic Weekly. www.familymagicweekly.com.
I am gonna update that page.
And Pinterest.
Yes.
So that's it. That's it for this week. Be sure to tune in when we look at another parks fast pass options and let you know what our picks are. So have a good week.
Bye.
Bye bye. Be careful.